Hey guys, welcome back to episode 50 of installing the cylinder heads. Every single time we've tried to do this, it is...
I swear we're actually trying.
It has got... We're like, oh, there's literally one very tiny, cheap detail that we overlooked. So, we should be getting the cylinder heads on today. Yeah,
we spent like an hour and a half looking for the other two of these.
Yeah, so these are the dowels that were missing last time. These are ICT billet dowels. All right, guys, well, we made a mistake here. We got this cylinder head on and torqued down. We're going to unfortunately have to take it off. Problem is, on the cylinder heads, both of them, they have these. You can see how it's like a stepped side here. You need dowels, and we don't got the dowels in there. And I think it's for centering the head, also for something else. Vence just did a Google search. Everyone's like, yeah, you need them. So I guess we're just going to take this cylinder head off real fast. And then again.
This is literally the end of every Jar video.
I mean, you can get any dowels really. They're not like anything special.
They're cheap. They were on Amazon.
Yep. And so I got them on Tuesday. And I came out here and I put two in, tried putting the cylinder head on, and it didn't go in. I'm like, what the heck? And then I looked in the actual channel here, and it was on this one actually, and it actually had one already. So, but only one, oddly. So, only had one, and I'm just like, I'm done with this. So I just put the bag with the other two in the cylinder head so we don't lose it. And then today we come out and it's missing. So either I subconsciously moved it at some point, or somebody else moved it
under the fuel pump.
Yeah, and then
it's the weirdest fucking spot.
Yeah, we looked through we cleaned up the garage just to kind of, tidy up around, and then we checked under here, and it was under the fuel pump, which this never moves or anything.
Yeah,
so
no one touches the fuel pump.
It's a ghost or something, I don't know. But yeah, got those on, and also just I don't think we showed it in the other one. Head gasket was totally fine from us torquing it down. Literally, it looks as if it had not gone on at all, which is nice. And now we're ready to do this. This is looking real nice now. I mean, we see the forged pistons, nice multi-layer head gasket, mounts and everything. It's freaking awesome. So we're going to get the cylinder heads on here. We're going to go over basically the torque specs again, just to show you guys. I need to break out the torque wrench, and I should stop saying
Yeah.
I'm kind of being more self-aware of that.
Doing an lately. Filler words. They're hard.
Sometimes, I mean, I know, it's just like everyone's not in front of a camera all the time, so.
No, it's like really hard to be in front of a camera.
Also me saying so. I say so a lot.
So's not as bad. That was pretty bad.
Yeah. Yeah, head gasket, surface all good. We just gotta make sure that these line up and go in. Here, there you go. Yeah. Yeah. Now we just got to redo everything we did.
Yeah.
Also, we were doing some research, and we had been talking about getting billet timing gear set. Turns out that might not be like totally necessary. We've been doing some reading online and just seeing some actual firsthand experience on other builds and stuff. Like there's a YouTuber that I watched in Gym, and he has an LS6 turbo Volvo. And it is pushing like almost 700 wheel horsepower, and that's on a stock timing chain. He revs it to 7,000. Completely bone stock motor, stock springs, stock chain, stock everything, stock push rods, and it's fine. So we're going to just go with that. We have a new timing kit.
Yeah,
it's just not billet.
A stronger timing chain than he is. He's using LS6, which is an LS1 style timing chain. We're using an LS2. Yeah,
LS2 is much stronger. There, you can look it up. There's tons of people, a lot of first-hand experience people pushing 900,000 horsepower with the stock timing set. So we're going to do that. We still need to get a key. Also, looks like there's two keys on this.
Things. We need lots of little things. We need the oil galley barbell thing, which is this little piece that goes in there.
It's kind of early today. We're just now getting this. We're going to get the cylinder heads on and kind of inventory and figure out what we need. We also haven't even done the rockers yet. We could actually fill some time with building the rockers. Yeah. But we're almost getting to the point where we need to bring the Trans Am over, take up this spot, and then start stripping it down to seal parts off of. It's getting there. So we're going to go ahead and get the cylinder heads torqued down, and we'll be back. All right, guys. So we got these all just ran down. just as a refresher, this is the torque sequence for him. Just in the center, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then the ones that are out the back, you do those last, and we're going to be doing them 22 foot-pounds, 50, and then was it 70 or 75?
Yeah, something like that.
So that's what we're going to do, and we're going to torque down this side. Kind of already saw us. I kind of do actually just want to show off my torque wrench again. It's really cool. You can see it beeps and vibrates and everything. Yep, so we're just going to
do this again. You've seen it.
Do this a billion times, so we will be back. All right, guys, we got that one on. We're putting the other one on now. Yeah, here, you lift it up a bit. Then, yeah, get it lined up and just smush it down. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and do the other torque sequence on this one. Same deal. Just 22, 50, 70 foot-pounds, and then 22 on the ones that go on here. And yeah, we will be back. All right, guys, we're back. Just finished getting both cylinder heads on, all torqued down. Also, just to clarify, we did clean like all the threads going in. It was kind of dirty, but they should be clean now. And from what I've read and seen online, it's important to clean the threads, so it should be all good. Got both sides torqued down the same. Let's flip this up. It's kind of like a sanding position here. Yeah, it's starting to look like an actual motor now. Look at that. It's huge now. It's really big.
It's the same size as the one in the
Trans Am. There you go. I saw a photo on Facebook yesterday of a 5.3 in a Mustang, and I'm always impressed seeing how much room there is when you put an LS in a Mustang. Like,
you think this is big? Your fucking mod motors are crazy.
Yeah, there's a lot of height and width because of the cylinder heads are much bigger. So yeah, this is getting pretty close.
We can do Trunnion stuff.
Yeah, true, exactly. Yeah, we can start on the Trunnion. We have the whole Trunnion kit upgrade here.
I don't want needle bearings in my engine.
Yeah, that's true.
If you're upgrading your LS, the minimum do the Trunnions, if not just get better rockers in general.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and get some chicky sandwiches, probably drop by a parts store, see if we need to buy anything, and probably gonna close the garage door because the whole neighborhood started to decide to do like lawn mowing and power washing, so it's kind of loud. But yeah, great progress. Finally got the cylinder heads on. Good to see. That much closer getting the swapped into the Trans Am. All right, guys, we are back. We're going to be doing the Trunnion upgrades on these rockers. What you doing there?
I'm just generally looking at shit.
Yeah, so we did one just to test it. We have this. If you're gonna do a Trunnion upgrade kit, get this kit. The Summit Racing tool that comes with it is great. Has a magnet, sticks to your vise. Comes with all the right size stuff you need.
It is sold separately. It's like $50. Buy it.
Yeah, it'll be worth it. And then you can do them for, if we ever need to do this again. So this is the stock Trunnion, and you can see it has kind of just like restrictive side there to stop it. That's not the problem with these. Basically, the problem is them exploding, and then all these little needle bearings just destroying your motor. So they're weaker. They're not great for higher RPM. So what you do is you get the Trunnion upgrade. You can see it actually only runs on one side too. Like, it's just not the greatest design. This one, you put 2 bearings on either side, and then you have your Trunnion, which sits in the center, and then 2 C-clips. We already did one, like I said. You can see, spins very nicely. And this one's ready to go. It's got C-clips retaining it, so it should be much better for high revving applications. This one is ready to go on. Now we just have 16 more to go. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So first thing you want to do is we have to take it apart, which the first one we took apart exploded. That's why we had to pick it up with the magnet. So yeah, here's what you do. You take your Trunnion, you set it in the little doodad here. Give yourself some space. This, it fits the old one perfectly, and it'll push it in there. In our experience, it just exploded, and the tool went flying, and everything went flying, so just be careful of that. I'm going to try to do it more gentle this time. And if you get right in there, you can see how it pushes it out of the way. Yeah, that's not how you do it. So careful when you do that. If it grabs the lip, it might do that. But if you want to watch, it'll push it now. And we're going to be very careful because it's going to lose some pressure here. Yep, there it goes. See, I was holding it. Last time we weren't holding it, it's all spilled out.
Yeah, we had a mess.
Yep, and there are the needle bearings. So, needle bearings on the outside. These bearings here, or right here, these bearings have them on the center. So that's what happens. If it gets pushed out, yeah, it'll literally just fall apart like that.
Yeah. So if anything happens, you're getting needle bearings in your engine, and engine go boom.
Yeah, that one, look at it. You can see all the little needles on there. And I'm going to pick it up, and it's going to fall apart. Well, actually, held together. So we're just going to throw these ones away because they're trash. And then you get your housing. And from here, we'll go into the next step where we press in one bearing, get the trunnion, or whatever this is called in the bearing, or these bearings, whatever they're called. So you get this one in first, push that in, get the C-clip on, and then push the other one on with the washer. So I'm just going to toss these away, probably fine in there, get covered in oil. So this is the next step here. Get your new bearing. Get your case. Get this guy. Oops. Get this guy right here. Slides on. Pushes right in, get it flush. Now it's got its new bearing in.
It does say to lube it with assembly lube, so we're going to do that.
Yeah. So we'll just get some right here. And you get one of these boys. Face it up that way, that's the notch for the bolt. Push that in there. And then, yeah, what you want to do is get the C-clip on. This one is kind of hard to do because these C-clips are very tight clearance. And we snapped one, it bounced off the roof, hit Vence's head. It's not great.
It's a good time.
What I found is a good technique is hold the edge down like that with your thumb and then get a lot of leverage on the C-clip tool, or just get a better C-clip tool. Get in there. Yeah, like that. It'll do that. I actually pinched my thumb, unfortunately. See, it's all like wonky on there.
Yeah.
If you just put your thumb on it so it still doesn't move, just stretch it out a bit more, it'll fall in place. Yep, so that one is in now. It is under the lip. See, there's the lip on that. It's under it. So now this cannot come out. Now we can get the last bearing in. This one we're going to get lube on as well. Yep, so we get this in place.
We might want to take the first one down and put lube on it just to make sure it breaks in properly too.
Yeah. New bearing. Put it on there. Then you get the washer. And then the washer is a bigger diameter than, you know, these guys. So this will fit around it and push the new bearing in place. So get it back in the thing here. Probably should close this first. It's kind of hard to do. I think there's a... I will need to reread the instructions, but this is basically how that goes in. Yep. So that's in. Now that's exposed. You get the last C-clip in. Like I said, put your thumb on one side, get your C-clip tool, put your hand far down just to get more leverage on separating it. Yep, I'll do that. Unfortunately. Almost. There it is.
BTR, if you guys ever see this, your C-clips scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, seriously. You get your, a lot of lube everywhere. We'll just clean this up, but that's it right there. It's all ready to go. Feels really smooth. We should lube up the other one. This feels much smoother.
Yep.
And yeah, it's a much better system. C-clips will hold it on, and the bearings are not going to come out of this. Like literally, this whole thing will have to fall out for the C-clips, or the needle bearings to fall out versus the other thing, which is multi-part. I don't know where we had it. They have these caps.
Yeah, and if one of those somehow gets pressed out due to forces or whatever, and one of those needle bearings gets in your engine, you're fucked.
These are very thin too. So we'll just, clean it up and repeat the process at this point 14 more times. We might go through just
14 and a half since we have to fix that one.
Yeah, we might. So what we might do is go back and just take out the trunnions from every single one first, and then build every single one. Or we might do one at a time, press it out, press new stuff in. Either way will work, but yeah, this is a worthwhile upgrade, I would say. And with this, it's not the hardest thing to do. It's kind of finicky, but should be good to go.
It's worth it for the peace of mind that you're not going to grenade your engine with a needle bearing.
Yep.
And they're rated for much higher RPM. They're rated to handle much higher duration and lift cams.
Yep. So we're gonna you saw the process. We're gonna repeat this and just continue. Don't know if we're gonna finish all of them today, but if we did, we can actually get the chromoly push rods in, the rockers on, and then we can start working on getting the timing stuff on. So we're gonna start, working on this. All right, guys, as we continue, we got our, whatever you call these, the rocker guide or the rocker bracket. Putting some push rods in. These are our chromoly 7.4 push rods. Putting them some oil. And then we're going to be putting the rockers on. So, yep, bolt those up and bolt it through, and we should be good to go. All right, guys, we're just chugging along.
Yes, sir.
Getting these done one at a time. We've gotten the first bank completely done and in. Looks nice. All the C-clips are on.
Have you been putting these in any specific direction?
I've been putting the number, so just
writing?
I guess, writing outwards, because I don't want it writing on the inside of that. I don't think it really matters, but it doesn't specify in the instructions, but that's what I've been doing. Okay. Yeah, we've just been going one at a time. The C-clips are what's really not getting us, but like really annoying. I've like cut my finger a couple times, so yep, we're just about done here. Just have a couple more to do and we'll be back. Coming up on the last one. Are you ready to be done?
Yeah, actually. It's kind of an annoying process. It's just long and tedious.
Yeah. Oddly, they had like a lot of leftover C-clips and a couple leftover...
Just one extra.
One extra bearing. Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of extra C-clips.
I can see why they sent you extra C-clips, because you launch them off to the moon.
Yeah, they go flying sometimes. But yeah, getting last ones in there. Alright guys, all the rockers assemblies, the Trunnion upgrades, they're done. We got them all pressed in. C-clips are all good. We kind of made just a tiny mistake. We like torqued these down and we're like, wait, we still need to rotate the cam
to be able to set timing later.
So we got them all, loosened back up so we can move the cam again. Once we actually set the timing, we'll probably need to remove these fully, because I think the push rods are still like limiting out there.
We don't have the stuff to set timing right now anyway.
Yeah, there's a couple of things like the cam cover here. This seal is like completely gone. If you look, it's like flat. It's probably not going to be enough to stop, you know, whatever goes behind here. I think it's just oil or something. We're just going to buy a new one because it's cheap. And we don't have everything anyways already. So just order that. And then we can order whatever else we need for the cam. Order a crank key. And then we can get the crank sprocket, which we can probably even buy like a, while we're, you know, we are going to be waiting for more parts. You can get a new one of these. This is still usable, but maybe get like a billet one or something. Don't want that breaking. And then, yeah, put that on, get the oil pump. That's what that key is for, I believe, the second one. Get the crank sprocket on, get the cam stuff on, get the oil pump on, and then, yeah, timing will be set. This will be like a basically complete short block. It looks really nice with the whole valve train in. It's looking pretty good. So yeah, I think next episode we're probably just going to get the timing finalized and maybe bring over Vence's 4L60.
Tear it down.
Yeah, we haven't talked about it on camera at all, but way back when we did the transmission swap video, did really well. That transmission that is out, we are going to be bringing here, and we're going to be trying to do basic stuff to rebuild it ourselves. It was having issues with 2 to 3 shifts. What we're going to do is get a shift kit for it, probably sun shell, new band, and a Corvette servo. And we bought a adapter that'll fit on the engine stand, so it'll be able to sit upright and do it properly. Watch a lot of videos on it because his monster transmission, he actually broke it, or something went wrong with it.
It's broke. I have all neutrals. All of them. Yeah,
I said it in a video, but Vence called me, the day it broke, he called me, he's like, Davis, I have all neutrals. So I was like, shit. So really the 4L60s, they ain't shit.
It's a bad way to go. I don't care what you say. Eventually it's going to break because they're too small to hold up to the power that you can throw at them.
Yeah, so we're basically going to take the one it was still running, but kind of hurt, I guess.
Yeah, it was injured, but usable.
So we're going to try Band-Aid fixing something just so it'll, you know, run and he'll have a driving car. And then he'll take the Monster Transmission 4L60, maybe get that fully rebuilt, or just save up and get a 4L80, which would be awesome.
Yeah.
Or even get a stick shift. Yep, so we're thinking 4L80 with a US Shift Quick 4 transmission controller. Even with the 4L60, he should get it because it works between both. And that'll be pretty awesome and safer. And if we do those, you know, upgrades, it should keep it alive a bit longer. Once it's turboed, that thing's just gonna
the 4L60 is out of the question. The turbos will eat it.
Yep. So that'll be cool to see rebuilding the transmission. We can show you just like stuff that's easy to rebuild on it. Shift kit, band, sun shell, and what else was the other ones? The Corvette servo. Yeah. Maybe an input shaft. You have to do a bit more for the input shaft. There's like a whole like clutch pack thing you need to take apart. If you're just doing the sun shell, there's only one clutch pack you need to take apart, which is easier. You don't have to line up everything. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We're getting close with this. Once we have the timing set on this and the short block basically done, and once we have the transmission out of the way, we can easily bring the Trans Am over here, start tearing it down, taking parts for this, and just do the swap. We got the K-member hiding back over there. Just need to put this on there, get the suspension on it, roll it under your Trans Am, and wire it up.
Button it all up, and then we got to get it over to Chung to get it tuned.
Yep, we talked with Chung, and he is getting more into like Chevy stuff as well. He's helping tune somebody's LS. It was like a Camaro, so he's learning on it. So something like this NA should be easy for him, I would say, or better. But it's not going to be straight turboed first. It's going to be NA, so he should be able to handle that. And yeah, we made some really great progress today. I'm so happy with how it turned out.
I mean, after 3 weeks of us being like, we're gonna do some heads, never mind.
Yeah,
we're gonna do some heads, never mind.
Literally the tiniest details were holding us up, but finally done. I guess there are technically more fine details that have held us. We could probably have gotten the timing set today if we had the cam key and the plate, and we still have to find the bolts. Vence brought all his bolts over here that were from the old engine, so we should have it, but we'll double check. And yeah, next week get the timing on and maybe start with the transmission. Maybe I might have the transmission adapter for the engine stand.
Whenever it's just sitting in the barn.
and we can start working on that. Maybe clear up we definitely need to clean up more. We need to get all the seats, Project F's back in there, go through all Tristan's part. Maybe he can bring those home. There's a lot of stuff we can clean up in here just so we have more room, because we're gonna need a big work area if we're gonna have, you know, Trans Am subframe, the new subframe and engine, and everything, engine lift.
Yeah, we're gonna have 2 different subframes in here, 2 different engines.
Yep.
2 different transmissions.
Yep. Jesus Christ. But
I don't know if you have enough room.
guys, follow our Patreon. We need a shop. We need, you know, a garage, something. This is the work. We should measure how big this garage is. It's very small.
I mean,
looking.
we have my garage, but like, I don't know. Everyone lives close to here, so this is like the go-to spot.
The swap will be easier here because you need a lot of length.
Yeah.
Your driveway is unusable for that.
Where my garage is nice and open and big enough for cars, the problem is my driveway goes like this.
It's like a 45 degree.
It's a very slanted driveway. So
yeah.
I have a nice garage, but I don't have a usable driveway. Whereas here, we have a very usable space.
Huge driveway.
No real garage.
Yeah, no garage. So, yeah, that's where we're at. We're really happy with what we got done with this. So it'll be cool once we get all that done. And, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Follow our Patreon. You know, help support the channel. We're just talking about it with the garage. Like, subscribe, check out our other videos, and we really appreciate it.